Hey guys, welcome you all to a new video. This is CA Ganesh Bharadwaj. So I have a very exciting announcement in this video. But before we get started, for those who are new to our channel and for those who are getting to know about me for the first time, let me give you a brief introduction about myself. I am CA Ganesh Bharadwaj, a chartered accountant, and I handle the subjects costing and FM at the CA intermediate level. And very soon, I'm planning to start advanced financial management AFM at the CA final level. And apart from this, I also handle cost accounting and management accounting at the CMA intermediate level. So predominantly, as of now, I'm into online teaching, and that brings me to a very exciting announcement for the day. So this has been on cards for a very long time, where I wanted to take a face-to-face session wherein I could interact directly with the students. And finally, that dream has come true. So I have partnered with A&M Classes Chennai for a free face-to-face costing RTP discussion session. So this is going to happen on the 6th of August. Now, I will be sharing all the details shortly. But before we get into the details, first, let me just give you a backdrop as to why we are having this session at all. Now, as you all know, every attempt, the institute, our CA institute, publishes revision test papers for all the levels of the course, subject wise. For every single subject, institute publishes something called as RTP, as you all must be knowing, right? Now, RTP actually is a very effective way. It's a very effective way to revise the entire subject, because as you all must be knowing, RTP, the way it is structured in such a manner that you will be having at least one question from every single chapter. So this way, what happens is that you will be able to quickly cover almost all the concepts, all important concepts at least, pertaining to a particular subject. So RTP is a very effective tool to revise for the subject. That is number one. And number two, I have seen, based on the past exam trends, at least a minimum of 15 to 20 marks will be coming from that attempt's RTP. It might not be a direct question. That is, the question from the RTP might not be copied and pasted as such in your exam paper, but at times it has also happened. But definitely, the concepts covered in the RTP tend to appear in your exam, that respective attempt, at least to the extent of 15 to 20 marks. This is what I have observed over the last few years. So now, on that note, every attempt we generally have an RTP discussion online. And I know that you guys would have seen me on the screen, but I wanted to have a personal interaction with you all. So for that, we have decided to come up with a face-to-face session, and that too absolutely free of cost. Now, in this one-day session, RTP discussion session, what we will be doing is, for your September 24 attempt, costing, in the costing subject, I'll come to FM. FM, we will be scheduling it sometime next week or so. But let me first talk about costing RTP discussion. So costing RTP discussion, what we'll be doing is, there are about 19 to 20 questions in your current attempt RTP. So sir, will that be just question answer discussion from RTP? No. So what I will be doing is, I will be covering the background of the concepts covered in the RTP. So before we start a question, I will be giving you a small background. I will be recapitulating the concepts involved in the questions that we are going to solve. And once that is done, we will slowly move into the numerical problem. So before we start a question, I'll be giving you a background pertaining to the concepts involved in the question. Then we will be solving the question. And that's how we are going to do. This way, what happens is that all the concepts covered in the RTP across the entire subject will be easily covered in a span of just 4 to 5 hours. That is the idea for this particular session, and this will easily contribute somewhere about 15 to 20 marks directly in your exam. So that is the reason why we have come up with this RTP discussion, and that too face to face this time. Clear with this? Sir, is it only going to be the RTP discussion? No, there is one more add-on that we are planning to provide. That is, I will also be sharing with you the exam preparation strategy for costing. So when I say exam preparation strategy, it is going to be about the prioritizing of chapters. Which chapters need to be prioritized more? That is number one. Number two, how do you present the exam, how do you present the solutions, answers in your exam paper? And number three, which is the most important part, how do you manage your time? Because last attempt, May 2024 attempt, was the first time under the new syllabus, and many people found that the 30-mark component of case study based MCQs was a very lengthy, right? So I will be sharing some very important insights as to how you can crack this case study based MCQs in slightly a lesser span of time. It is time tested. So we will be covering all these things in the exam preparation strategy as well. So now let me get into the details of this one day free face-to-face costing RTP discussion batch. So as I told you, it's going to be conducted at A&M classes. Most of you know A&M sir, obviously he's a legend, right? So we partnered with him. So this is going to happen on the 6th of August. Actually, I'm recording this video on the 4th. So technically it's going to be day after tomorrow, right? I know it's a short notice. It was all planned in a very short duration of time. So kindly excuse us for that. But anyways, I can vouch you that it is going to be a game changer in your preparation, right? So the timings will be morning 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. So 6 hours we are going to discuss. Of course, in between there will be a lunch break and all. And as I told you, we will be covering the RTP, the full RTP with the background concepts. And apart from that, I will also be sharing very useful insights with respect to your exam preparation strategy. And just add on details here, the batch fee is nil. It's happening on the 6th of August, which is a Tuesday, 10 to 4 p.m. 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The coverage is going to be your costing RTP, September 24 attempts RTP. Fully we will be discussing. That also includes a few case study based MCQs that also we will be discussing. And of course, apart from that, I will also be discussing the exam preparation strategy. The venue is going to be at A&M classes, Nungambakam. Guys, we are restricting this to only 100 seats based on the classroom capacity here. And please remember that for the purpose of administrative convenience, registration is mandatory. Sir, how do I register? Very simple. So in the description to this video, you will be finding a link to a Google form. Just click on that, fill in the basic details, your name, contact details, and so I think just 3-4 fields are mentioned there. You just need to mention that and submit, and that's about it. Your registration will be taken, right? And it's going to be purely on a first come first serve basis. The registrations are limited to just 100 seats. Are you clear with this, guys? So on that note, I'm signing off in this video. I'm super excited to meet you all on the 6th of August. See you very soon. Bye-bye.